Genre theory and narrative structure in cinema, like literature and theater, is categorized by genre conventions that classify films based on shared themes, styles, structures, and audience expectations. This module explores genre theory as a powerful tool in both film creation and analysis. It dives deep into the evolution, function, and subversion of genres in cinema, while also closely examining narrative structures and the formal components that shape storytelling. We'll explore the works of scholars such as Rick Altman, Thomas Schatz, Steve Neale, and Robert Stam, examining how genres function as cultural and ideological texts. In parallel, we will study narrative theory, with a focus on structuralist models, including Tzvetan Todorov's narrative equilibrium, Vladimir Propp's character functions, and Syd Field's three-act screenplay structure. Through this lens, you will critically assess the interaction between genre and narrative, including how films manipulate traditional structures to reflect or challenge societal norms. From the classical Western to postmodern sci-fi, genre and narrative theory help us understand how cinema organizes meaning, emotion, and ideology. Learning objectives. By the end of this module, you should be able to define genre and explain its significance in film theory and practice. Analyze how genres evolve over time and reflect cultural anxieties and desires. Identify and critique narrative structures in different film genres. Apply theoretical frameworks to evaluate how genre conventions are reinforced or subverted. Examine genre hybridity and the emergence of post-genre cinema. Understand how narrative structure informs character development, pacing, and audience expectation. Section 1. Defining genre in cinema. Genre in film refers to a category of storytelling defined by common themes, tropes, visual style, character types, and narrative structures. Examples include action comedy horror, romance, science fiction, Western thriller drama. Musical genres are not static. They are flexible frameworks that evolve based on cultural, technological, and social transformations. They serve a dual function: industrial, helping producers target audiences; interpretive, helping viewers form expectations. Section 2. Genre as a system of codes and conventions. Each genre contains a recognizable syntax and semantics. Semantic elements, recurring signs, e.g., cowboy hats, guns, saloons, and westerns. Syntactic elements, relationships between those signs, e.g., hero versus outlaw. As Rick Altman asserts, genres are not defined solely by content, but by how that content is structured and interpreted. Genre also regulates emotional responses. Horror induces fear. Comedy elicits laughter. Steve Neale posits that the genre operates on the principle of repetition and difference. Films must repeat enough conventions to be recognizable, but vary enough to remain interesting. Section 3. Genre, evolution, and cycles. Genres typically go through 4 evolutionary phases. Primitive classic phase establishes core conventions, e.g., early westerns like Stagecoach. Classical phase, mastery and refinement of form, The Searchers. Revisionist phase, subverts or questions the genre's ideology, Unforgiven, Scream. Parodic postmodern phase, self-aware and often comedic deconstruction, Deadpool, Scary Movie. These cycles reflect shifting social ideologies, technological innovations, and changing audience expectations. Section 4. Narrative structure in film. Narrative structure refers to the organization of events and character development in a film. Several theoretical models help decode film narrative. Tzvetan Todorov's 5-stage structure, equilibrium, stability, disruption of equilibrium, recognition of disruption, attempt to restore equilibrium, new equilibrium. This framework highlights the cyclical nature of conflict and resolution in storytelling. Vladimir Propp's character functions, especially in fairy tales. Hero, villain, donor, helper, princess, or prize, dispatcher. Although originally applied to folklore, Propp's functions are often visible in genre films, e.g., action, superhero, fantasy. Syd Field's screenplay structure, 3 acts, Act 1, setup, introduces characters and premise, first 30 minutes, Act 2, confrontation, rising conflict, midpoint twist, Act 3, resolution, climax and aftermath. Modern screenwriters and directors frequently use this structure to maintain narrative pacing and emotional engagement. Section 5. Genre hybridity and postmodern storytelling. Many contemporary films blend multiple genres to transcend conventional boundaries. This is known as genre hybridity. Examples: Get Out, horror plus social thriller plus satire. The Shape of Water, romance plus fantasy plus political allegory inception, sci-fi plus heist plus psychological drama. Postmodern films often exhibit self-reflexivity, intertextuality, and non-linear narratives, rejecting traditional structures. Examples: Pulp Fiction, non-linear storytelling, homage to multiple genres. Scream, self-aware horror that critiques its own genre. These films challenge viewers to rethink storytelling conventions and reimagine genre. Section 6. Ideology and genre. Genres often function as ideological texts that naturalize certain social roles and beliefs. For instance, the Western valorizes individualism, masculinity, and frontier conquest. The romantic comedy upholds heteronormative love and traditional gender roles. The war film may glorify national identity and sacrifice, or question the morality of violence. Genre theory thus intersects with feminist, Marxist, queer, and post-colonial perspectives, helping us see how genre encodes power structures. Key takeaways. Genre is a dynamic system of conventions that helps filmmakers and audiences communicate. Narrative structure provides coherence and rhythm to film storytelling. Genres evolve through repetition, difference, parody, and hybridization. Understanding genre and narrative helps unpack a film's emotional, ideological, and structural dimensions. Deconstructing genres reveals hidden assumptions and opens up critical interpretations,